Here's the mount right here. Goes all the way up, ties down. It has a little tie here, if you can see it. It has this tie here, all the way down. It grabs onto from here. Today I'm gonna bring like a flat LED light. It's like a, I don't know what they're calling it out there, but it's a circular light. I bought it because I needed something like this for my stream, for my reviews. I'm not getting good consistent lighting on a couple old LED, outdated LEDs that I need to replace. I got spotlights that are too powerful. I got LED lights that are uncontrollable. So I had to get something nice and neat that's out there right now. And I had to get something ASAP that's ready for me to set up and go. So I ended up getting something like this. I'm gonna take a look at it. First of all, they give you the manual. Everything's included. They give you the remote. It's pretty much a universal remote. It works for a lot of different LED lights. The LED light is 3300 to 5600, all right, K lumens, all right? Now, they do give you the power cord. They give you this little system where it locks in. Both sides lock in, so they're independently locked. So you gotta make sure it's currently really fixed locked, all right? Because sometimes it's a little loose that you can move one of them and it'll loosen up. So both sides, it will keep it from moving from up and down, all right? So that's a great item that you do. These two, and these knobs are actually set for your finger. They're kind of curved. They kind of curve in a little way. Now let's go ahead and look at the back of it. This is for independently 2 batteries. You can have 2 batteries in here or 1. They last a couple hours depending on the juice of the battery, depending on the lighting of the how powerful you have the light running, because at the same time it creates heat too around the system too. Everything kind of, you know, goes with the actual system itself. When I say it goes with it means the batteries fit this system and they fit other LED lights. So it's a universal thing on the batteries too. And I'm gonna put a little description here for the batteries. Now, one thing I like about this whole thing is that everything's adjustable in the front. Brightness, here's the lumens, and then they have the CHGRP. This is for the channels on the actual control. So different channels come with different controls. You could actually control different lightings too. So you can set this on channel 1, channel 2, and so forth, and then it could be remote by different controls. So if you want one light to not turn on, you could remote into it and turn it off. Simple as that. Now, this one's a kind of a universal power plug. It's 15 volts, it's 15V3A, all right? It's kind of universal with a bunch of LED lights, but make sure you read the instructions on the other ones if you can do that, because some of them are fixed for their particular brand, all right? Now, on the power button here, neutral is power off, pretty much the center. You have one for batteries if you're gonna run the batteries, or in the other one, it's gonna be if you wanna run the plug. Now, this is plus or minus. This is the intensity of how high do you want it to brightness, as bright as you want. It'll show you here. There's a little display port here that we're going to take a look at as soon as we're running it. And it's going to demonstrate how much lumens we're actually displaying, all right? Now, the system in the bottom, if you guys notice, this is pretty just a lock-in nut. And it's kind of a universal one. A lot of these lightings have the same setup. It's because they pretty much just grab onto the corners and lock in that place. We're gonna set it up on one of these particular brands that I have already set up, so I don't have to particularly set this one up, but it's the same exact unit that I have. So let's go ahead and set it up and see how it looks. All right, we just plugged it in right now to our power, if you guys can see it. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, not from batteries. We're gonna actually go to plug. So we're gonna plug it in. And if you can see it, right now we have it at 32K. We could change the intensity and increase it, but it's not doing anything. If you can see it, we actually have to put the brightness and then change it from 1% to actually 100%. If you guys can notice there, we're gonna keep it at 50 or 60, and then we're gonna change this one to actually higher, different kind of displays to 55 to 56. And we're gonna keep it there because the 56 is pretty much like a sun color instead of like the yellowish color. You know, 33, it's kind of like the yellow color, and that's something that I don't like really. I'm gonna keep it at 66 because I want it to be tolerable, so it won't be affecting my eyes. I'm gonna be pointing it down at the actual ground, and if you're gonna notice, we actually set up on this pole, right? And it's hanging on to my table. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, if you can see, one thing I figured out to turn it on, you got to hold on the button. Now, here we have a couple of channels. We have channel 1 right now as it is. We're going to turn it off, and then we're going to turn it back on. And we're at 43, but we could always change the different density, like, you know, the color. And if you guys can see, I'm going to change it in here, the actual color. Going to lower, and it's kind of like a yellowish right now because we're at 43, but we're going to turn it off, and then we're going to change it in. Look at the other thing, the sets. We're going to have to change it to kid off right now. We're going to go ahead and turn it on first of all. Let's go ahead and turn on back on. We're going to go ahead and turn on the light, and then we're going to go ahead and change the set, and we're going to go higher. Let's see if I could change it. Still in channel 1, set. I can't. Set, and then plus, there we go. Go back to 56. That's what I wanted. And right now, if you can see it, it's at 100%. We could tone it down without the changing the set, because we could tone it down. If you guys go, so hold the button. You can hold the button, or yeah, there you go. You hold down the button. We're going down. Very simple. We're at 1% right now. And see how lumen it is. And I do have together Elgato light, but I think this is a lot brighter than Elgato. Have you guys noticed? I'm going all the way bright. I'm at 80. Look at it's equally to it. So I'm at already 100. And it is bright, but it's not as bright as I thought it was going to be. Brighter, that's going to affect my eye. I kind of tilt it one direction, so it won't have to affect me in any kind of way too. So I do have this older LED light here. I have that one that's going to be down. I might even bring it a little closer because I want to eliminate shadows. If you can see, shadows are one thing that's always in reviews they're trying to get rid of. So I need one more light behind me similar to it. So I am going to probably buy another one and set that up right behind me. But eliminating shadows now, it's going to be something of the past. I am going to readjust all the LED, this one, and this one right here, to different ways. I do have a actual see how the lighting is going through my actual capture here, and then this is going to help me out. It's actually working a lot better. I had a spotlight that you can see an actual ring. This one you can't see anything as much as you want it to see, you know, so it's perfect. It's not affecting me where I'm like, you know, kind of looking away. It's working very well. It's adjustable stick. I like that. I don't know what you call it, but it's a mount to me. I like that everything rotates really good. You could rotate it 360 rotation, but you got to be aware where you rotate it around. This the actual cables can be tangled up. So another great thing is that compared to Elgato light, has adjustable. You could do remotely and everything on your phone, and actually on the Stream Deck, which I like about it. But the price is a little bit more heftier. This is a 200 compared to 100, under 100. You know, so a price difference on them is a big difference on that. I could do remotes. I do have a couple of remotes that I could set them up in different channels, and they will work the same. So right now, I do have another control that is from another system, and let me see if it works on that. Oh, it just turned off the other one. I have to change it to the correct channel here, and it will work too. So it'll be a universal remote, and it works in a different frequency. So some of them might work, except for with the exception of Elgato. Elgato does not have remote, but it has remote access that you can use your phone and other stuff. It has to be within the network. This does not have to be in the network. This is pretty much, it uses similar controls as this one I have. This is an older one. It's a flat base one. It's showing its true age, its colors. It's already showing some of the actual creases in there. This one is not showing anything like that. Heat wise, you tend to turn them off just once in a while, just to make sure they don't stay overnight, because they do generate some heat. Even in the room temperature, you don't feel it, but it does change it maybe 1 degree down. So this is Elgato, and this is a circular one. So if you guys like what you guys see, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and we're out.